Peace to the family. Peace, peace, peace to y'all. Rob Blackstorm here. Um, Coming to y'all live and direct. Um, y'all know what's happening. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all see how crazy it is out here. Um, and how people are reacting. And what I wanted to talk about today is I want to talk about um, our response to these situations, these quote unquote riots, these quote unquote rebellion, and our response to the system in general. Now, let me first start off by saying this. As people who are following a spiritual path, a left hand path, a path that is not one of the paths that are commonly used or utilized, right? As these people that don't, well, we're not really supposed to be following the media. We're not really supposed to be following what quote unquote black leaders say. We're not supposed to be involved in becoming people who are plugged in to the matrix, people who are plugged into the system. That's not the goal. So if the goal is not to be plugged into the system, then we have to look at this from a Heru eyes view, from a Falcon's eyes view when we're looking at these things, right? So we have to look at these things from the top down. We don't look at these things how everyone else is looking at them. So that's first and foremost. So where I'm going in this conversation is not going to be the conversation probably that you heard from most people that are out here. Most people that are out here are talking psyops. Most people that are out here are talking conspiracy, especially people that are in the conscious, occult, or magical community. And it's bugging me out. Honestly, it's bugging me out. It's bugging me out, really. And the reason why it's bugging me out is because we are in a series of retrogrades. Jupiter, luck and abundance. Saturn, order, Ma'at, balance. Saturn, right? And Venus, love. The combination of these planets that we are under is designed for our luck, for law and order, for to be restored. And this is for black and brown people, but oppressed people everywhere. Because this isn't a race thing anymore. And one thing we have to realize is that this physical shell that we are in, race is a social construct, first and foremost, that was created in the 1600s in Virginia. Look it up. Race is a social construct. And what we see with this physical eye, this third dimension, right? It's not the hawk, it's not the falcon's eye view. It's not the Heru eye view. It's not a third eye view. Again, we're spiritual people. We are not three-dimensional people. We do not operate in this three-dimensional reality like everyone else. And it has nothing to do with color. Nothing to do with color. What's happening now is the cosmos is at play. And again, if you know any good astrologer, and I don't know all the planets right now, I don't remember, but if you know any good astrologer, they will tell you that this year is a regeneration of the Civil War, of a Civil War, of where the planets were during the Civil War, where the planets were during the Great Depression. Same planets are active. Same planets are active. We're in a retrograde. The planets are active. The cosmos is active. Who started this? Who started this? I'm talking to the black and brown, but anybody that's oppressed. This started with this really started with the death of Kobe Bryant. This started with the death of Kobe Bryant and him being buried in Corona Del Mar. He was buried in Corona Del Mar, and then shortly after that came the coronavirus, which is not a coronavirus. It's radiation pneumonitis, which I have in one of my videos. Check that out, right? But the radiation is what's getting people sick. It's not no fucking, it's not no flu, no shit like that. The radiation is what's getting people sick and giving people vulnerabilities to the flu. So that happened. Now everyone is home. Everyone is home. They're quarantined. They're locked in. All right. Mental health in shambles. And if you know the people who weren't following this spiritual path and you've been talking to them, listen to what they've been talking about. Listen to their mental health. Even yesterday, I'm talking to people that I know. I dodged like 3 arguments. Just weaving the arguments. Because I know people are tense. I know people haven't been outside getting their sun. I know people have been wearing them fucking masks because the government told them to because of fear. I know people haven't been in nature. I know people haven't been eating right, eating greens, getting their diet up. I know people haven't been working out. So again, I'm looking at this world from a third eye view, from the perception of Heru, from the perception of a falcon. I'm looking at the world from a third eye view. And I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm not going to argue with these people because I know what's going on. There's a lot of tension in the air. And what I want to say is the ancestors are in control of this whole situation. The coronavirus came, and the coronavirus was starting to ebb off. People were starting to come out. People were starting to take the mask off. People were starting to get awakened. People were starting to research information. People were starting to wonder, what's going on? Why am I wearing the mask? Why are you telling me to stand 6 feet away from things, but I can still order stuff from Amazon and I don't know who's touching it or who's holding it? Why are you telling me wear masks and gloves, but I'm still ordering takeout from total fucking strangers? You wearing masks and gloves outside, but ordering takeout from total strangers that you don't know who's touching the package, who's cooking your food, who's wearing a mask over what, right? So people are questioning these things. People are questioning why the box says don't wear the mask. This is what was happening prior to this whole Ahmaud Arbery situation, right? Before the Ahmaud Arbery situation, this was happening. And it started getting warmer, Then what happens? This George Floyd situation happens. Now, to all the PSYOPs people, I'm not saying that there's no PSYOPs in this. I'm not saying that there can't be any conspiracy that is part of this. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is this. If there is a conspiracy, the conspiracy is for your black ass to win. The conspiracy is for you to win. This is 2020. 2 + 2 = 4. There are 4 elements and 4 corners of the earth. 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth, and the 4 directions: north, south, east, and west. We are in a foundational year, straight off the numerology. So the planet is shifting. People are shifting. Prior to this, years back, what was happening? Black Lives Matter. Bree Newsom taking down the flag in I believe it was one of the Carolinas, North or South Carolina, taking the flag off the state building, right? Little minor things started to happen. Amber Gaia case, with her getting 10 years. Was it the justice everybody wanted? No, but that was the first one that we really saw in public eye. And also the Donald Byrd case, where he shot that black boy that was playing music next to him. He got sentenced too. But those were the first 2 real sentencings that we saw for black people getting justice. This was recent, 2019, 2018, right? So little by little, things were happening. Again, the universe is conspiring in your favor, black man and black woman, even if there is a PSYOPs. Because the thing is, it's a contradiction for you to go out and say that you are manifesting everything in the universe, you are God, Peace, Dreamwise. Peace, Aria Bay. Peace to everybody watching this. It is a conspiracy on you, for you to say that you are God, for you to say you are one with the divine, for you to say that you are one with the ancestors, and give your power away to a fucking psyops or a conspiracy. It is heresy. It is fucking heresy, yo. Fucking heresy, yo. For you to give your power away and not see what is happening. Look at this planet not from a third dimensional perspective. Escape the matrix and step back and look at it. This is one of the reasons I don't shoot videos and I don't go live as soon as something happens. I look at it from a Heru view. I look at it from a third eye view, and I take my time and I analyze shit and I research shit and I dig deep into the hidden, the inner crust. I look for the feminine part of the situation, the offset of the situation. I'm looking through the eye of Heru, but I'm also looking from the source of offset, from my inner waters. How does it make me feel, right? And then I look at it from perception, from my third eye view. I take in information, okay, this is the information. Then how does this information make me feel inside, in my spirit? Because your spirit is feminine. I don't know who told you. Your spirit is feminine. Your vision, your third eye is masculine. Your brain is feminine. Your right brain, your left brain is masculine. But the activation of your power is masculine, and the reception of your power is feminine. This is why women have vaginas and men have penises. As above, so below. As above, so below. Peace, KST. And so when we look at these situations, the coronavirus, what does corona mean? Look at the situation that happened before this. What does corona mean? Corona means crown, right? Corona means crown. What is on the outside of the sun? A corona. It is called a corona. And they have something called coronal, forgot, I think it's coronal pulses or coronal blasts. But basically they're bursts that come from the corona of the sun. You know what the sun shoots out? Ultraviolet rays. You know what they're using to clean the trains in New York City? Ultraviolet rays. You know whose body responds to ultraviolet rays and absorbs ultraviolet rays? Your melanated ass. Your melanated ass. Coronal flares, sorry. There's solar flares and coronal flares. This is a coronal flare when they come from the corona of the sun. So when these ultraviolet rays are hitting the earth and it starts warming up and you start seeing these police brutality cases, are they rituals? Yeah, they're rituals. But if these people are using magic, they're using your shit. Black man, black woman. If Washington, D.C. looks like Egypt, then guess what? They're using your shit, black man, black woman. If white people are praising Egun and praising Alegba and fucking, drawing sigils on the ground trying to be you, and you talking about this dumb shit that black people say, what do they say, cultural appropriation? Nah, man, let them worship your gods because they giving you power. I learned that by reading The Treasures of Darkness by Adika Butler. Shout out to him. Get that book, Treasures of Darkness by Adika Butler. Get that on, you can follow him on Instagram. You could also check him out on Facebook. Get that book because you'll understand that this is a spiritual war and y'all are really looking at this from physical eyes and it's disturbing. You're worried about property being burned down. Were these places really hiring us? To the felons in your family, the people that got caught up in the trappings of this system, in the school to prison pipeline, designed to get people trapped up. In these media outlets, demonizing black men and women. In these shows, demonizing black men and women. Do these businesses really care about black people? And to the few black businesses that have got burned down or have got, vandalized, my heart goes out to them. My heart goes out to them. But every war has casualties on both sides. Every war has casualties. And if those brothers really are in tune, those brothers and sisters, they will be able to rebuild even bigger and better. Because that's where the world is going. We are in a 5G world. We are in a world where technology is going to be advancing, whether we like it or not. And part of this, black man and black woman, is writing you into the motherfucking future. And this is one of the steps. You hear this ambulance? Yo, I woke up 5:30 in the morning. That's all I heard was ambulances, sirens. Shit is crazy. People are going crazy. People are depressed. People are stressed out. People are weary. People are isolated. People are nervous. People are scared. People don't know what's going to happen next. And all I want to tell y'all is look at things from a third eye view. Don't always think that you're going to lose. Don't always think that you're going to lose, black man and woman. Don't always think that you're in a losing seat when you see yourself winning. Look, I saw all the protesters. First time, I don't watch the news, first and foremost. Every once in a while, again, I might catch the weather, but I don't watch the news. Yesterday, my man Ken Brisbane, shout out to him. You can follow him too on YouTube. Ken Brisbane, he had a video. He was filming basically the ATL uprising, right? Where people were, quote unquote, looting, rioting, right? Rebelling, really. And I saw people of all races against oppression. Black, white, Mexicans, all young, 25 or under, unified against oppression. That's not a 3D thing, my nigga. It has nothing to do with this avatar that you are in. It has nothing to do with this physical flesh that you are in. Stop thinking that this is the all and be all. It was necessary for Elijah Muhammad to tell us to be black and proud when we needed it. It was necessary for Malcolm to tell us to be black and proud when we needed it. The Panthers were necessary at the time that they were needed. But it's a new time. And this is not to devalue what they've done, but we have to take the lessons to our ancestors and upgrade them. As the technology upgrades in the outer world, so should our spiritual technology. So should be the way that we handle oppression. And the young people, they're not having it. They're not having it. They're not having it. There's an egoon spirit in there. They're not having it. They're not having it. And that is a good thing. You want white people to work for you. Look, cultural appropriation, right? Imagine if Becky, right, wants to get her fucking hair braided now every week. You know who that employs? Black women, African women. We use microwaves, but we don't know who the fuck made it. We use stoves, but we don't know who the fuck made it. We don't give them props all the time, but we buy it from them. We buy refrigerators from people, white people that we don't know who made it, and we don't acknowledge them. Stop looking at this from this deals with dark matters, dark energy. 99% of what is out there is invisible. We cannot see this with the two eyes, nor can we see it through microscopes. Most of what is out here in the universe is invisible, including your ancestors, including the deities you talk about, including the magic that you profess that you are doing. Because if you was really doing magic, then you wouldn't be talking all this psyop shit. You would be with your motherfucking altars, you would be getting your motherfucking herbs, and you will be putting energy, you will be doing your meditations, you will be out in nature, you will be thinking thoughts, speaking life into the universe. Speaking life into the universe, speaking life into the people that are fighting for you, no matter if they're white, black, brown. I saw Governor Cuomo, crooked ass Cuomo here in New York. Crooked ass Cuomo yesterday say, I am with the protesters. Never in the history of my years did I expect to see Cuomo say, I am with the protesters. What is that if that's not spirit? What if that's not your ancestors? What is it? Let me know. Okay, George Soros, Okay, George Soros, I saw the video with the dude breaking the AutoZone, fine. I also saw a nigga go after him. I also saw it being exposed. The lady in the wheelchair got fucked up, fine. If you saw that video, right? I also saw it being exposed that her ass to really walk and got up out the wheelchair. So back to the timeline. Coronavirus happens, right? We all locked down. And the main reason that this has happened is because niggas ain't distracted. The American Matrix has been dismantled in some point, shape, or fashion due to the Matrix doing it to themselves. This is Bill Gates did this shit. The CDC did this shit. The billionaires that are raking in the dough did this shit. The billionaires that are becoming trillionaires right now did this shit. It's the reason why people are boiled over. Go on Disney Plus if you have it, right? And watch episode 7 of The Silver Surfer. Episode 7 of Silver Surfer cartoon. Watch it today, please. Episode 7 of Silver Surfer today. And if you haven't watched the Matrix trilogy, watch that shit today too. But Silver Surfer episode 7, Disney Plus. It's a cartoon. And in this episode of Disney Plus, of Silver Surfer, they have what they call the Dreamweaver, right? And so, no, sorry, let me tell you the whole story. So Galactus is eating planets, right? Galactus is basically a deity. He's all purple, so he represents the crown chakra, right? And he's eating planets, right? Which means basically he's just satisfying his ego, right? That's the metaphorical representation of that. But anyway, Galactus is eating planets, right? And so this planet, Galactus is about to come eat. And Silver Surfer's like, nah. And Silver Surfer is basically protecting people so Galactus doesn't eat the planet. So long story short, Silver Surfer goes to the planet to warn the people of that planet that Galactus is coming. The people of that planet are under the spell of the Dreamweaver. And the Dreamweaver is a crystal that they have, right? And this a crystal in a machine. And in the Dreamweaver, they are able to play sports. They are able to look pretty. They're able to consume. They're able to dress nicely. They're able to have various forms of entertainment in the Dreamweaver. But the Dreamweaver is really just an illusion that is generated by the crystal. So Silver Surfer comes there to warn them, and they're like, yo, and Silver Surfer's like, yo, I need the crystal. I need the crystal to defeat Galactus, so he's going to fuck your planet up. I need the crystal to get Galactus out of here, because it's that powerful. That I could cast an illusion on Galactus so he doesn't eat your planet. And they like, nah. They like, nah, we need this illusion. We like this illusion. We like playing sports. We like dressing fine. We like this advertised word. We like this commercialism. We don't want to let the dream go, even if it means sacrificing. So eventually, long story short, of course, Silver Surfer gets the crystal from them, saves their life, right? But the dream is over. So now they all in rags. They look like when Neo left the Matrix, right? And you see him in kind of rags and looking tattered and shit. And they all tattered. But what they realized is, because the dream was gone, that they had to rebuild and take over their planet and rebuild it in the way that they wanted to see it. That they couldn't continue living the dream. So the Dreamweaver that we were under with sports, with entertainers who ain't really saying shit about this shit. If you look at the entertainers, most of the entertainers ain't saying shit, and they ain't doing shit. And where's the GoFundMe too for the families of George Floyd and the families of Ahmaud Arbery? Like, where are the donations poured in? Why are the entertainers not doing that? I know a lot of these motherfuckers was taking donations for COVID. But anyway. So the dream is up, right? We all locked down. There's no sports. There's no entertainment, really. There's nothing to do outside. There's no way to escape it. Is this not divine? Yo, come on, man. Is this not divine providence? Is this not divine? Is this not divinity? Is this not your ancestors? Is this not part of the plan? Go into your astrology. Find a competent astrologer. If you want, you can inbox me. You could let me know. You need to know who to follow for astrology. I'll tell you, right? But this year is predicted that this shit is gonna happen, and the ancestors are in control. I seen a mob of white women protecting black people. I see mostly white people protesting, rebelling on behalf of black people. How many causes have black people fought for white people? When gay people need help, black people go. When Chinese people need help, black people go. When white women need help, black people go. Muslims need help. For the ban, black people go. Black people help everybody but themselves for the most part. So now the tables are turned. Now the tables are turned. The spirit world says, nah, we're going to let your sons, the descendants of you, black man, get your shit back in order. And is it going to be a hard road? Yes. Is it going to be a difficult road? Yes. But what I saw yesterday in Atlanta was people ready to die for what they believe in. I didn't see no psyops. I saw people ready to die for what they believe in, and not mostly black people. So this is part of the plan. Peace at the real. Yep, Pluto conjunct Saturn. Thank you. Thank you. That's what's happening. And again, if you go back, you see that's what happened during the Civil War, and that's what happened during the Great Depression. It's all astrological at the end of the day. It's all part of the plan. This shit is all part of the plan. This is part of your ancestors' plan. Prince wasn't Prince. I'm talking about Purple Rain Prince. He wasn't no fucking sucker. Purple Rain Prince. Ultraviolet rays. Corona. The corona of the sun is an ultraviolet. Is showing the ultraviolet rays of the sun. Don't believe me? Look it up. Look up the corona. Look up the sun corona. Shit, do that shit now. Don't believe what I'm saying. And see if it's not an ultraviolet ray. See if it's not dark purple. See if that dark purple is not your crown chakra. And see if motherfucking Prince in home in Minneapolis that told y'all motherfuckers in the 80s wrote slave on his face and said, I'm not letting the white man pit me for my motherfucking soul music. Prince, who motherfucking Purple Rain Prince, ultraviolet rays. Again, the same ultraviolet rays that Trump was talking about that y'all were laughing at and about disinfected. And again, I'm not looking at the shell of Trump. I have a yin yang opinion of Trump. Trump is just a vehicle for my ancestors at the end of the day. All white people, all brown people, all Mexican people, all people on the planet are vehicles, are avatars for you. I'm gonna say it again. All people on the planet are avatars for you, if you know they are, if you believe they are, if you have faith. Ha! If you have faith that they are. But if you believe in your conditioning, had a rough life, shit was fucked up. I've been there. I slept on the train. Slept on the 2 train. I've been there. I sold the drugs. I fired the gun. I've been in Rikers. I'm not talking to you from no lame fucking nerd perspective, even though I am a nerd. I'm not talking to you from a nerd perspective. Ultraviolet rays. Look at how ultraviolet rays affect melanin. The same ultraviolet rays that they always telling white people to protect themselves from. And again, this is not about race, but we are different people. It's just what it is. A cat is different than a tiger, and a tiger is different than a lion, and a lion is different than a jaguar. They all motherfucking cats, but they're different. They have different biology. They're all different. Ultraviolet rays. Purple Rain Prince. Let's get back to that. This one might be an hour plus, especially because I'm fucking in the spirit right now, right? Ancestors was working through me. So listen, ultraviolet rays. Prince, Purple Rain. Ultraviolet rays are purple, dark purple. Your crown chakra is dark purple. This started in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Twin cities. We are in the sign of Gemini. Come on, man. Come on, man. We in the sign of Gemini. They're starting the Twin Cities, home of Prince. I'm lying? If I'm lying, tell me I'm lying. Put in the chat. This is not happening in the home of Prince? Is Prince not the king of purple? Is Prince, when Prince changed his name to a symbol, does it not look like an Ankh? Shit, put me on the side of your phone and look at Prince's symbol and tell me it doesn't look like a motherfucking Ankh in purple. An Egyptian, a Kemetic Ankh, which means life. So this whole thing started in the Twin Cities. We're in the sign of Gemini. Give you another significant part. We're in the sign of Gemini, twins, Twin City, Minneapolis, right? Steven Jackson called homeboy his twin. Steven Jackson called Mr. Floyd his twin. What is Gemini? Is Gemini not a yin yang? You ever, you ever, and any of my brothers on here, you ever dated a Gemini? Sis, you ever dated a Gemini? If you're not a Gemini, the motherfuckers, one day it's a good day, one day it's a bad day. No disrespect, because y'all Geminis are some of the most creative and fun motherfuckers to be around if you on this live, right? And that's a fact. Y'all some of the most creative, funny motherfuckers to be around. But there's gonna be some days where you're gonna have, and people are like that in general, but Geminis, that shit is just much more rapid than anyone else. But that's just part of the sign that they're under. That's just part of the sign that's the energy that they were created to emit here on this planet, in this avatar, at this place in time. So this is not a knock on Geminis, right? But this is a yin. Gemini is a yin yang. It's a positive and negative. It's the left brain, right brain, right? It's a sunshine and a rain. It's a balancing act. It's a balancing act. So that's first and foremost. So there's twin energy. There's transformative energy. If you look at 6ix9ine's album cover, his first album cover, you will see the checkerboard on his album cover. Again, put me to the side. You can look at this shit that I'm talking to you about right now and just look, challenge me and say I'm lying. Checkerboard. 6ix9ine got the checkerboard on the shit, and he's utilizing the rainbow. But I'll save the rainbow for another story. But I've talked about the rainbow in other videos and on Instagram. Transformative powers, right? Cardi B's video Money got the checkerboard on it, yin and yang. Transformative. That's what the occult is based on. That's what the piece, whoever wrote that. Yes, and Prince was a Gemini also. You know who else was a Gemini? Tupac. Prince was a Gemini also. And they just celebrated his birthday before this shit happened, in April. And if you watch Avatar, The Last Airbender, the cartoon, not the movie. Yo, Avatar, The Last Airbender, the cartoon, is a motherfucking mystery school, first and foremost. All right? If you don't know anything about spirituality and you're watching this video, you don't know anything about the occult, and you're watching this video, you don't know anything about what I'm talking about with Avatar, what avatars are, go watch the cartoon Avatar, The Last Airbender. That shit is a mystery school, on the low. On the low. That's why it went #1 on Netflix last week. That shit is a mystery school on the low. But anyway, so we got this twin energy, right? There's Gemini energy out here. There's transformation energy. And, well, what I was saying in Avatar was the two fish. The two fish, they talk about it. They talk about the balance in that in Avatar in one of the last episodes of the first season. And they symbolize yin and yang as two koi fish, right? And whenever you see water, they're dealing with the subconscious. So they show them as two koi fish swimming in the water. So this is a transformation. This deals with transformation. This deals with change. This deals with yin and yang. That's the significator, right? Also, another thing people talk about with the psyops, right? Psyops, oh, the government, oh, it's a plan. Nigga, do you know that they have something called deep fake videos? So because you think it's a psyop, because you're a conspiracy theorist, in the Matrix, I believe it's the last Matrix, Oracle said, no, Matrix Reloaded. Oracle said that there are programs that run on top of programs. Programs that run on top of programs. So just because you think you are woke, just because you think you are spiritual, just because you think you are metaphysical, just because you have some tarot cards, just because you have some crystals, just because the ancestor has communicated with you, just because you have clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, just because you are a healer, does not mean you cannot be motherfucking programmed. There's a program for you, conspiracy theorist. There's a program for you, healer. There's a program for you, psyop thinker. There are videos made for you, tailor-made. There are people on the internet, tailor-made for you to follow. Tailor-made. For you to believe in this shit. And deep fake, look up deep fake videos. Deep fake videos are videos that are basically manipulated. They're basically manipulated to... Deep fake videos are basically manipulated videos where they could make my mouth move and say whatever they want me to say. Utilize my voice, who do voice recognition, and recreate the video. And by who? The government. The government. The government creates programs. The FBI, the CIA, they create these programs. The Matrix. It's the system protecting itself. They know people are waking up. They know people are going into these studies. They know people are going into these communities. They know people are learning about their spirituality, learning about their heritage, learning about their culture, using alternate forms of medicine, alternate forms of religion, African traditional religions, magic, so forth and so on. So they got programs for that shit. They got programs to program your mind a certain way. And again, I'm not saying conspiracies don't exist. I'm not saying secret societies don't exist. I'm not saying none of that, because they do exist. They are reality. But I'm saying this time, this ain't that. This ain't that. Let's go into some more significators, right, of this from a third eye perspective. We are in the month of May, right? The Catholics are celebrating this month the Black Madonna. They are venerating the Virgin Mary. Now, the Black Madonna, as we should know by now, is Auset. The Black Madonna is what you would call Auset or Yamaya. That is the Black Madonna. And the child is Heru, or what you might call, depending on your tradition, Ogun, right? So, when these people are worshiping Mary, the white version of Mary that they think they're worshiping, but they're singing these hymns, they're really venerating you. When the Pope worships the Black Madonna, he's venerating you. And you may say, nah, how's that the case? We were slaves. You know, black people are being oppressed. XYZ, ZYX. It's all part of the plan. Black people haven't been on top longer than they've been down. You know that, right? Y'all know that. Black people have been on top longer than they have been down. America's been up, what, a couple hundred years? Black people have thousands. Indigenous people have 1,000-year reigns. Mayans have 1,000-year reigns. Kemet has 1,000-year reigns. Thousands, not hundreds, thousands of year reigns. Look it up. Don't believe me. So what? So the goddess, right? The goddess energy. The and this is another thing where people are saying psyops, right? Because Brother Lloyd, George Lloyd, and the cop worked together in a restaurant. Now, let me show you this, right? Worked together in a restaurant. The cop worked on the outside of the restaurant while Brother Floyd did security on the inside. They were both security. Peace, John. They were both security. And he worked on the outside. The cop worked on the outside and he worked on the inside. Lloyd inside, inner self. Cop outside, outer self. Lloyd, spirit world. Cop outside, 3D world. And let me show you how I put that together, right? Now, the owner of this particular bar and club that was named El Nuevo, translated to English, the New. El Nuevo, the New. The owner of the bar was named Maya Santa Maria. Maya Santa Maria. Maya, in the Hindu tradition, has to deal with illusions. So when they talk about Maya, they're talking about the Matrix. They're talking about the illusionary world that we live in. They're talking about this three-dimensional world, this world made of matter, where you could see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, but you don't realize that that's really just electrical signals that are interpreted by your brain. You think that this world that you could see, smell, touch, taste, and smell is the all. You think that this world that you could touch, taste, smell, and hear from is all there is and all that matters. You're not tapped into that 99.5% of you that is invisible, that is more powerful than this physical material world that exists. Anyway, so her name is Maya, illusion, the Matrix, Santa Maria, or Saint Mary, who the Catholics are praising in the month of May, this Gemini month of May. Look it up. Don't believe me. Look it up. See if the Catholics are worshiping Mary. If this is the month of May is the day of Mary. And look up if her name is not Maya Santa Maria or Maya Saint Mary. Saint Mary, right? I'm gonna go back to what I told you earlier. Saint Mary is the light side or the higher consciousness of Santa Muerte. And Santa Muerte is the goddess of death. Saint Mary is the goddess of life, which is why she symbolizes the black goddess giving birth or feeding Heru from her breast, right? Or what you call, I don't even know, I think it's Osiris, and what's the other name? Horus. Osiris, well, no, I'm sorry. Isis and Horus, right? What the Greeks call them. Black Madonna and Child, or the Mary, the dark goddess concept, right? But then you got Lilith on the other side as well. Lilith from the God, Lilith don't take no shit. Lilith and Santa Muerte is the same energy. It's goddess energy, but it's the don't take no shit, tear shit up, burn shit up, fuck shit up energy. It's a woman's fed up energy. See, Mary or Set, Yamaya, they nice. They cool. They calm. They like the waters. They stir you up. They inspire you. Right? But Santa Muerte, Lilith, they fucking shit up. So, again, her name is Maya, illusion, Saint Mary, or Santa Muerte. And based on what's happening, I would think Santa Muerte. So this goddess energy is being invoked. And if you look at it, both sides of the goddess entity are in play. Peace. Kali too. Same thing, right? Feminine energy that is activated in force. Again, if you watch Avatar the Airbender, right? The cartoon. Avatar, there's times where Avatar is ready. Once he gets to the Avatar state, he ain't playing. But other than that, Avatar, Aang, the Avatar's cool. He's chilling. There's different polarities to all your deities. All your gods have different polarities. Your spiritual teacher didn't tell you that because he's trying to make money off you. And he's trying to sell you more products. And he's trying to keep you coming to him, right? I ain't trying to do that. because the universe has provided for me. It's going to provide for me because I'm telling y'all the truth, and at least the truth that I see it, and the truth that I not only research but I've also meditated on. I ain't trying to get rich from y'all. I just want you to see things from a different perspective, because the more empowered everyone is, the more y'all see things from a third eye vision and stop seeing things from this three-dimensional world, from these two eyes that are limited, and start seeing things from your melanated eye, your melatonin eye, the one that powers your dreams, the one where if your loved ones die and you see them in your dreams, your ancestors come to you. The real eye. The more y'all have faith in yourselves, the more you believe that everyone is an avatar that's working on your behalf. I don't care if they white. I don't care if you experienced racism. I don't care if you had a hard time. Shift your consciousness, shift your focus, shift your energy, and watch them start working for you. The Panthers got funded by Bette Midler. And what's his name? Homeboy from The Godfather. Marlon Brando. The Panthers got funded by them. So don't think white people have not been part of black people's struggles all this time. Please don't reduce yourself to a talking point of a popular black scholar that's online, that's telling you about race soldiers and trying to divide and conquer you even more. Because at the end of the day, everyone is here to work for your benefit, no matter their race, color, and creed, even the fucking animals. And scientifically speaking, I could say that the animals will rise up if it really gets that bad to work on your behalf, black man and black woman, because you have what they call magnetite crystals in your brain, in your body, and the animals have the same magnetite crystals that you do. Ain't that some shit? So you are magnetically, magnetite, magnet. You are magnetically connected to everything here, including the animals. Did you see that in Avatar? Who were they talking about in Avatar? What the avatars? I'm talking about the regular movie Avatar with the blue people. What they look like? They ain't look like you, black man and woman. They didn't go through immeasurable odds. The odds wasn't against us, or it was against them, and then the whole world, the animals and everything, the forest, the spirits of the forest came to fight for them. Hunger Games. What's the sense of decoding and watching all these motherfucking movies? Dreamwise, while the spirit just look, Dreamwise, if you still on here, hit me up, because I need to get on your channel. Hit me up, and I need to talk to you about something too. So hit me up if you see this. Damn, I lost my thought. But yo, somebody hit me in the chat. Tell me what I was talking about. Because I want to stay on that train of thought. But yeah. So, let me go back. So Santa Muerte, right? Saint Mary, goddess energy. Catholics are worshiping Mary right now. Also, shout out to Ashira Star Goddess. I got this from her page. If you go on Pat McGrath's page, you'll see Purple Like Prince, right? We go back to the Prince shit, ultraviolet rays. Prince setting this whole thing off. The ancestors setting this whole thing off. If you go to Pat McGrath, popular black cosmetic woman, she anointed Naomi Campbell, the Divine Rose. Go to Instagram, look that up. Take a second, go to Instagram, look that up. Divine Rose, right? And it's purple. It's motherfucking purple. Even though it says Divine Rose, the whole ad of Naomi Campbell being crowned is purple. And then once you do that, right, you go on Instagram, see Naomi Campbell in the purple background with the rose being crowned as a goddess, looking like Osset, looking like Yemaya, being crowned as a goddess, right? Literally, I think it was either on the day or the day after, or during, it's this week, I know she posted it, during this whole riot rebellion thing, right? Literally being crowned as the goddess. So more goddess energy. And if you go, and then go Google Naomi Campbell's island home. that looks like the Eye of Heru. This is looking at things from a third eye view. Now, if I would have just dropped a video as soon as Ahmaud Arbery died, or as soon as motherfucking George Floyd, the ancestor died, these ancestors died, I'll be reactionary. But you got to deep dive into these things, man, before you just react, before you just jump the handle. And let the youth do their thing, man. Stop talking about martial law. Stop talking about, oh, it's going to get so much bad. Words are spells. Words are spells. You speaking these things out loud, you typing these things on the internet, this martial law, and oh, it's going to get this bad, and boom. Now, is it going to get worse? Quite possibly. Because that's what the stars say. Do we have to be guarded up and protected for that? Absolutely. Because Spirit, God, the universe, gives you 2 hands and 2 feet and gives you a body for a reason. Peace, Lord, gives you a body for a reason. And that's so that you can utilize the spirit the way you see fit. You can utilize this avatar body to defend yourself and to take up what you need. And some people, unfortunately, during this rebellion are going to die. Same thing that happened when they were fighting for civil rights. Some people died. Some people got locked up forever. Casualties of war. Casualties of war. It can happen to anybody. But you got to realize it's just an avatar. Trayvon Martin was a sacrifice. Not some government sacrifice. Yeah, his father was a Mason and all that, right? And maybe that has something to do with it. But how many black people got woke up? So let's say it was a psyops and it was a fucking plot, right? Trayvon Martin. Let's just say, because his father was a Freemason, right? But look at how many people woke up into consciousness. Look at how many people woke up into consciousness based on that. Look at how many people now know their history. Now we're using crystals. Now we're meditating. Now we're doing hoodoo. Now we're doing voodoo. Now we're tapping into their ancestors. Now have altars. Based on the death of Trayvon Martin. Based on the death of these black men getting killed. Let's go back to the goddess energy. We all come from a woman. All of us come from a woman that are here breathing. So the goddess is always going to give birth to movements. So this Maya Santa Maria, or this illusion, right? This depth of this illusion, or this goddess energy taking over this illusion, right? And the bar where these 2 men work, right? That you think is a conspiracy because they both work there. It's part of the plan. You could work in a bar with somebody. I've worked at jobs with people that I've never talked to, that I've never really walked past with. Haven't you? It's possible, right? But let's say I'm wrong. Let's say it's a conspiracy, right? Let's say it's a conspiracy. Then what's the point of the conspiracy? Because where's the martial law? I don't see it. I don't see it. Where that? Where that, fam? Where the martial law at? I mean, it should have been enacted today, right? And let's say they do enact martial law. Are you going to be a pussy? Straight up, are you going to be a pussy? And I'm really talking to you men, not the women more so, but I'm really talking to you men. Or are you just going to be a pussy? Because the youth, they're not having it. They're not having it. And it's not about the race. The youth are not having it. This goddess energy. In the comedic story, when Osiris was cut into pieces by Set, one of the first things Isis did was go to Nebhet, and she got her herbs. And that was one of the ways she was able to put Osir back together. She did a hoodoo, But she was the catalyst to getting things back together. As I told y'all in another video, black people's ascension has been happening quickly since the death of P.B. Randolph. P.B. Randolph is a black occultist, if you don't know. But so there's a lot of goddess energy out here. I told you the Naomi Campbell thing. Look it up on Pat McGrath's Instagram page. Go look at our house. The Gemini, the twin energy that's coming through. There's white people, Chinese people, Asian people. Everybody willing to work with you right now, black man. Everybody. When I saw Cuomo say, yo, I'm with the protesters, that shit shocked the fuck out of me. I said, yeah, that's the ancestors at work. When I saw them kids in Atlanta all solidified with my own two eyes, fighting against oppression, like, yeah, these are the, then I started looking at putting the pieces together that I'm giving y'all. I said, yeah, this is magic at work. This is the ancestors are control. When I saw that brother, which I have on my Instagram and my Facebook, holding the head of that pig, I said, yeah, it's that Heru, that Ogun, that Herakuti energy that's popping off. You understand? So don't think that, again, black people have been slowly climbing out of oppression, slowly climbing into the point where we could get our power back. But power is not given. You're not going to get that in a motherfucking courtroom. You're not going to get that shit in a motherfucking drafting a bill. You're not going to get that way. You have to show resistance. You have to show resistance. So as these ultraviolet rays are hitting the planet, that purple prince energy, that crown chakra energy, I'm going to say it again, that ultraviolet rays are hitting the planet, that purple crown chakra energy, that purple prince energy, right? And the balance of it is him integrating with that dark goddess energy that's manifesting here in May, which I just explained to you. Put Prince on your altar. Get a purple candle, put it on your altar. $2 for a purple candle. You don't need to write shit on it. And write down, and on your petition, write the future that you want to see. If you have something that you're working on right now, you want to move, you want to make more money, you want to start your own business, you want to create a business, you want to get some streams of income, you want to manifest a lover, you want to, whatever you want to create and manifest in this world in the near future, now is the time. Now is the time. If you don't have an altar, look at my previous video. I showed you what to do without an altar. The energy is very high. Emotions are energy in motion. I told you in the video how to manifest anything with water and melanin. When you speak, you are emitting water vapor. Water vapor through the natural form of condensation. This is why they tell you wear a mask and all that dumb shit in the 6 feet, because they're saying when you speak, you're shooting out water vapor. So the water vapor is going to quote unquote infect you, right? So when you speak, you're shooting out water vapor. Water vapor evaporates, it turns into heat, it goes into the clouds, it circulates around the universe. It circulates around the universe. So, and your energy, believe it or not, your energy, believe it or not, will circulate around the world. This is how magic happens. Magic happens what you see in traditional magic ceremonies. You see singing, you see drumming, because the drum represents the heart, the singing or the chanting, right? Representing the sound, or the sound wave. The drumming representing the sound wave, right? And some sort of ritual, visual, right? Some sort of visual, some sort of visual, some sort of symbolization. Whether it's Ogun, Oshun, Heru, Orser, Herakuhuti, Malkut, Keter. Some sort of visual representation of what you want to manifest. Now is the time to do your magic because energy is in motion. Black people are on fire right now. It is hot. If you are an empath or have any type of empathic abilities, you should feel it. You should be feeling it right now in your bones. You should be feeling that heat energy. It should be to the point where you woke up this morning shaking, because that's what happened to me. I woke up this morning. I could, even now, I can still feel it. Just in the air. It's black bodies. You ever been in a spot where black bodies are? It's hot, right? It's heated where black bodies are. It's hot. That is energy. That is fire. That is motherfucking fire. That's the fire element. That's why you see things being burned down. Because we hot, we heated, we tired, and there's no Dreamweaver to keep us distracted. Now, what I think is going to happen, the counter thing is going to happen, is they're going to start opening shit back up because they want to keep y'all distracted. So the sports and everything is going to start back. The movie theaters are going to start back, and that's what's going to happen. But also what is going to happen is we're going to get closer to where we're supposed to be spiritually, closer to where we're supposed to be as a global community, as the diaspora. And again, I'm talking about black people specifically because we are at the bottom, but I am saying that every oppressed and downtrodden person on the planet, black or brown, is going to benefit from this ascension. We are going from a 4G consciousness, from a 4D reality, from a four-corner reality, from a fire, air, earth, and water reality into a 5G reality. Into a 5G reality. You see they put new towers up. New towers. You see they put new towers up. For new energy, for new vibration, for new frequency, for the speeding up of the frequency. So the speeding up of the frequencies, right, of the electromagnetic frequency and electromagnetic field and the magnetosphere and the ionosphere and all that is being affected. So it's affecting us physically. This is why a lot of people who couldn't handle the upgrade in frequency got sick. That's why older people are getting sick and dying from this, because they couldn't handle, their bodies can't handle the upgrade of the frequency. So therefore they can't breathe. So stop saying you can't breathe too. That's the media's telling you to say that. That is the war cry. I saw it myself today. An article saying the chant that black people are saying is I can't breathe. No, that's not our motherfucking chant. That's the media's chant. You can breathe. Spirit means breath. This video is about an hour. I know I've been talking a while, but research some of the things I was talking about. Look at the significant events. Look at the people that are standing up, the people that are protesting. You'll see that again, that most of them are not us. And that's okay. We've been helping fight other people's battles for a long time. It's time for other people to help us fight our battles. And everybody doesn't have to be a physical warrior. Everybody shouldn't be going out there rebelling and breaking shit. There's people for that. There's avatars for that. If that's your avatar and that's in you and your spirit feels like that's in you, then please go do it. Because that's your purpose. That's your purpose. So go do it. But that's not everyone's purpose. We need people here to write books. We need people here to be doctors. We need people here to be lawyers. We need people here to be philosophers. We need people here to be teachers. We need people here to be counselors. We need people here to be healers. We need people here to be psychedelic, to work psychedelics and work spirit medicine. We need people here to be builders and construct new homes and construct new black villages in these tore down areas, in these areas that are burned down. We need people here to start new businesses and teach business literacy. So everyone should not be on the motherfucking front lines of the rebellion. That's stupid. Everyone on the chessboard is not a pawn. But how are you going to know that if you don't tap in? How are you going to know that if you don't tap in? Play some Purple Rain today. Play When Doves Cry. Get a purple candle. And if you're a man, be ready. Be ready. Be prepared. If you may, be prepared that this may be the year of sacrifice. And that's okay, baby. That's okay. Because again, the 99.5% of this world you can't see with the physical eye, with a microscope, the quantum world, the spirit world, is waiting for you. This planet that y'all call a prison planet, right, is a training ground. That's why you're only here for a little while, and that's why you will constantly reincarnate in this shit until you learn your lessons. That's why while you're living this life, and you can say, damn, I keep dating the same woman, or damn, I keep dating the same guy. That's reincarnation. Here, as above, so below. Because you haven't learned a lesson in that relationship. So, you God, bang, shoot you in the head. You God, okay, bang. And they're going to keep shooting you and shooting you and shooting you on TV until somebody does something about it. Until you activate that crown chakra and defend yourself and your family. And that's what's happening now. It's the same thing as dating the same type of person with the same personality and wondering why your relationships don't work, because you're doing the same shit over and over. That's the lesson of reincarnation. That's the lesson of avatars. And that's why you are avatar here in this body at this time to do your work. So don't focus on the rebellion. Don't focus on don't focus on the rebellion. Don't focus on what's going on. But what I am going to say is you do live in this world, in this 3D world. So it's a yin and yang. So some people are like, don't look at it. Don't follow it at all. Don't tap in. I would say don't watch the news, but I wouldn't say don't know what's going on, because we are in an interesting time and things are changing every day. But I would recommend you to read your news, not watch your news. I would recommend you read your news and read news from all over the world. Don't just read your local news or your USA Today and shit, and New York Times, and think you know what's going on, because those are biased publications. But we have to get to a point. Family, to where we are tapping in to who and what we are, and we are projecting ourselves as victors, not victims, not conspiracies, not this is working against us. Put energy out to support these people. Light a purple candle and light a red candle to nurture the warrior class that is out there, to nurture that root chakra, to nurture that Heru energy that's out there in the youth. Light a purple candle for your crown chakra and light a red candle for those that are out there. Shouldn't cost you nothing but $4 to get those 2 candles. And if you don't have an altar, you don't have the space, shit, it's okay. Just keep good intentions, because everything, the law of mentalism, that's what we learn in the book, The Kabbalion. And if you're just starting this journey, the 2 things I would recommend is you get the book, The Kabbalion. And the second thing I would recommend is you go on Netflix today and watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. And in fact, what I would like to do, and I'll probably talk about this in my video tomorrow, is I would like to start a class based on Avatar: The Airbender, The Last Airbender. It's that dope. It's that dope. Like, it is a fucking spiritual, it's a course in miracles for real. A real course in miracles. Anyway, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Peace, power, and prosperity. I know this was a long one, but I think we needed it. Dark matters. Remember, we're dealing with dark energy. We're dealing with cosmic energy. We ain't dealing with this earth shit. They don't even come from here. The Dogon already told you where you come from, Sirius. You don't even come from here. You an extraterrestrial, my dude. You an extraterrestrial, my nigga. You an extraterrestrial, God. You don't even come from here. You don't even come from here. Your skin is the color of the cosmos. You are empowered and energized by the sun, just like the plants are. Tap in. Go meditate. Don't stay on social media all day. Come out here in nature. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but come out here in nature. Get you some sun. Get you around the trees. Take the mask off. Take a nature walk. Get some chlorophyll. Get some colloidal silver. See how your body reacts to certain foods. Tap in. See if when you watch something, how does it make you feel? See if when you're on your friend's internet page and they say certain shit, how does it make you feel? Edit the people on your social media feed if they're not empowering you or making you feel good. Stop following your haters. Fuck the celebrities right now. Fuck them. All of them. I don't care if they position themselves as leaders. It's not about them right now. It's about you, and it's about your energy. And it's about cultivating that for the future. Again, this is the perfect time to do your magic. Anything that you want to manifest. Emotions are high. Any emotion are high. The black body is on fire. Use that fire energy to create your reality. Yin and yang. Dip in the matrix, just like Neo, and dip the fuck out. Dip in the matrix and dip the fuck out. And for now, you may have to dip the fuck out for a while until you could train yourself to be balanced, right? Because we have bad habits. But start today. There's no better time than now. Peace, power, and prosperity. Rob Blackstone.